Hi there, my name is Kim Berkeley. I'm one of the authors of the Speaking Out About Self-Injury blog over on HealthyPlace, and today I wanted to talk about some alternatives to hurting yourself to get out of work or school. Now, I know that when you're in a bad situation with work or school and you feel overwhelmed and powerless, sometimes something drastic like hurting yourself in order to be able to stay home can seem like the most viable option, or sometimes it feels like it's the only option. But the first thing I want to remind you is that's not the case. And if you are somebody who feels guilty about taking time off to take care of yourself because you're only suffering from something mental and not something physical, please remember that mental illness can be every bit as real and every bit as debilitating as physical illness, and that you have every right to take care of yourself no matter which one you're dealing with. Now, I know that it's not always possible to take time off. Maybe you're out of PTO, maybe you're out of absences allowed for your school, maybe you're under some pressure, whatever the case may be. If you can't take a day off, then the next best thing is to take a break as soon as you can immediately after you get home. And the reason for this is that A, it gives you something to look forward to, not just today, but in the future. If you make this a regular practice, then your brain will get trained to expect that if I do this one horrible thing, getting through a bad day at school or a bad day at work or whatever, I know that at least when I get home, I will feel better and I will get rewarded for this experience. And that can make any bad day a little bit easier to get through. And the other reason is that taking that break as soon as you can create a boundary between your work or your school time and the rest of your life. And that can go a really long way toward kind of derailing some of the overwhelming thoughts that you might be having, because a lot of overwhelm comes from this feeling that the things you're dealing with are permeating all of your life and that you can't get away from them no matter what you do. And so you turn to something drastic like hurting yourself to avoid them. But if you have that boundary and you're able to separate from the work and stress of your daytime activities or nighttime, whenever you work, if you can separate work from life or school from life, then you'll have a bit more room to breathe and to relax and to recover from whatever it is you're going through. And that can make a really big difference in your overall perception of how things are going. Another thing to remember is a lot of overwhelm comes from the way we tend to pile negative thoughts onto each other. So instead of just being worried about your first class, then you start to worry about not feeling good the rest of the day and all the things that can go wrong during the day. And then you might start to worry about the rest of the week, and then the rest of the month, and then the rest of the year, and so on until it just gets to be so much that it's paralyzing. So something that can be really helpful through just getting through a day that you really feel like you can't do it is to take it one step at a time and to take it 10 minutes at a time. Or like they said in one of my favorite shows, The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, I believe it was get through every 10 seconds at a time. Whatever you can get through, focus on that first. Don't think about the future because it's not here yet. Think about how you can get through the next 10 minutes, the next 10 seconds, whatever it is, and just take it that way. For the long term, the most important thing you can do is to get support. Ideally, yes, this should be professional mental help from somebody like a therapist or a counselor or whatever. But even if you can't afford professional services, see if your school has a free counseling service. Most schools do. Or if you're at work, maybe see if you have an HR department that can help. If this is not the case, however, keep in mind that there are a lot of free resources outside of school or work that can help you. There are a lot of hotlines you can call, a lot of websites that you can go to. There are some online services that either have sliding pay scales or sometimes they will do work for free. And there are a lot of support groups either locally or online that you can turn to. Whatever it is, just find someone that can help you get through those bad days and encourage you to make healthier choices and be there for you when you just feel like you can't. So yeah, I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave a comment on the blog. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.